Hello everybody! Welcome to the first Rift live stream of 2017. As you can see, we have a special guest here, new raid boss that came in and completely conquered the office. I don't know how anybody's going to take this one down, but anyhow, just want to mention the fact that Friday afternoons, right about this time, it's happy hour here at Tryon, and so Kirilar's got his drink, I've got my drink, and the baby goat has her drink too.
I have juice in my
You have
pocket
juice?
that just fell out.
Oh, fell out and is all over the couch now. All right, so today we have three different topics that we're going to cover. We're going to do the Fortress Siege on public test server. So if you want to come and help out, it looks like, how many people do we have on test server now?
Am I allowed to say that?
How many people do you think we can
5
get?
million.
How many people can you take in the Fortress Siege?
All of them.
All of them?
Yeah, it's the zone.
Really?
Yeah.
The zone limit. So it's not like a traditional raid where you...
No, it's a zone event. Yeah.
Okay, so in this zone event, Fortress Siege, this is really cool because I haven't had a chance to run it yet either. It is live on public test server. Get over there. I am warned by Rough Raptors that if you are not level 70, you will get your cojones handed to you on a platter. So go on in there and...
That's up to him.
Someone asked the question,
Oh.
why do you guys have a baby goat?
well,
My question is, why do you
wouldn't
not?
we?
I don't know, it's Tryon.
Look
We
at
have
it.
dogs.
It's adorable.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, that is a goat. And no, this is not one of the live stream prizes today. Now, as a matter of fact, because Arconix is still out on vacation, because, you know, there are laws and stuff that say vacation is necessary, we don't have a list of prizes, so we're just going to make some up at the end of this.
All silver tier loyalty.
No, because he'll probably have me hung, drawn, and quartered if we do that. However... okay, so Fortress Siege, and we're also going to talk about looking for raid, which is why we've got Rough Raptors here, who is an expert on it. Now, for those of you who are worried about taking notes, Rough Raptors has sent me about 10 pages of information about looking for raid. Look for that in an article that's going to go live when this hits the live servers as well, so you won't be missing anything there. The third thing we're going to do, while you guys are all patching PTS and getting ready to go in there for the zone event, the Fortress Siege, we're going to announce the winners of the Fey Yule Snow Build Contest. Okay, so start patching up your PTS, and if we could please switch to the Snow Build Contest winners screen, please.
Oh, and the happy birthdays start.
The happy birthdays? Oh, it's your birthday! Happy birthday! I'd give you this goat, but I'm not going to. All right.
It's getting hot. I probably shouldn't have 3 layers of clothes on.
No, you shouldn't. This is the live stream room at end of day.
It's
There's been hot,
freezing.
sweaty gamers in here all day.
It is freezing.
All right,
at
pass
my
to me the
desk.
mouse. Now, for those of you who are familiar with this contest, we started this
Lisa,
just
yeah.
before the break. Yeah, you guys could just you could sip your whiskey and you
Apple
could have
juice.
your
Got my juice.
orange juice. Wow.
Pineapple orange.
We had a live stream in which we had some builders invited who built some stuff out of the snowmen parts in 30 minutes flat. But in the larger contest, you had like 2 weeks, and you could use whatever you wanted to build something along the Fey Yule snow build theme. The biggest problem was, as we put there, Ermagerd, did you guys have to make it so hard to pick? We had people picking these things, and there were supposed to be 10 finalists. I ended up having to make it 11 finalists because there were just too many ties to make it any different. So everyone who made a valid entry will receive a special dimension item pack next week. Thanks to Tacitus for putting those together. The top 10, or in this case 11 entrants, will win a Fey Yule levitation mount, which you'll also get next week. And the grand prize winner gets all of that, plus a year's worth of Rift patron status. So here we go. These really blew me away. First honorable mention in the top 10 here is Blythe with the Squirrel Snowman. There it is at a bit of a distance. And then close up. This was all built using the snowmen parts, and obviously a really lot of cool stuff in the background used as a backdrop. Really nice sculpting work on this one. Getting the tail to be that beautifully styled is truly outstanding. So that's one of the top 10. And then we have Onic, Storytime with Santa, and you can see the little guys all lined up with their books in front of the chair with Santa. And here's the view from the chair itself. This is really super cool. I'm just really glad that I didn't have to pick these. Sorry to you poor buggers that I recruited as judges. Nuve made Silver Snow Village. One of the things that judges liked about this one is the use of lighting. As you can see, there are multiple colors of light used in this. Very, very pretty when close up. Tassala of Fabelight, and you'll see a theme here. A lot of people from Fabelight seem to be amazing Dimensioneers. The Snow Queen's Castle. This is truly brilliant. You have to see it in person to really appreciate it.
I like the skulls.
The skulls are a really nice touch.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah. Merry Christmas. Oh, thank you for joining the castle. And then Biotox Gaming did a completely different take on Ladybeards for Riftmas. This is styled after a Christmas card. Really neat use of it. This is the only picture we have of it. I would love to, Biotox Gaming, if you're online, I'd love to get a close-up of the image on the card too, because there's a lot of texture in that, which took a lot of time to put together.
I'm sorry,
Baby
I'm
goat?
distracted
Yeah.
by the goat.
Yeah,
It's
did you want to hold
ridiculous.
her?
I would love
Okay.
to. Oh my god.
So
My little girl.
We have also, a lot of us have been out of office a lot
Hi.
because of flus and stuff. Get your flu shots, okay? It's been a really miserable holiday season for us. Okay, next up we have Winter Charm at Hylule, Rise of the Snow Queen. This is truly stunning, and this is something that you must see in person. Look at the amazing use of the setting and of the wings. This is another view of it. Oh.
Uh-oh.
She may need to be fed. Here we go.
Okay.
You can feed her. Okay. Break here. Bottle break. Yeah, just hold the bottom up. She'll do the rest. There you go.
Oh, this is a weird
Just make sure
stream.
that, yeah, it's a weird stream. What can I say?
It's the best stream ever. Are you kidding me?
Okay.
I'm
and
feeding
then
a baby goat.
Archery of Zaviel, a very fey Yule and gnomes. This is just a picture postcard perfect scene. You can see the little tiny gnomes down at the feet of the beautifully antlered fae. Absolutely stunning work. And then we have Hiruma of Gelidra with the scene titled Shh. And this is clearly where Santa Claus is entering the scene and
I
the
love
dog wakes up. This is really cleverly done.
I love the text on that.
Yeah, the text is really terrific, and we have a closer view of the text. Really nice work assembling this Santa out of bits and pieces. Super, super cool. And then we get into what we all agreed were the very best. These ones all ended up in their top scores. Holly with Boggling Fey Yule. You can look at this scene from a distance, and it's just beautiful. Lovely composition to it. When you go on the other side, you can see there's this beautiful frosty water there, nicely themed up. And then you can see the Boggling getting ready for his Yule feast in there. So that's really, really cool. And then the snow globe. There were several snow globes submitted, actually, and they were all really nice. This one super much took the cake. So Taffy, here's your snow globe. You can see it from a distance. Beautiful base on it as well, and I think that really makes it. And this is a picture of it close up. Absolutely gorgeous work. I don't know how you guys do this stuff. Again, in my dimensions, all my dimension stuff gets put in a big pile, okay? This is amazing to me. And then we come to the grand prize winner by Hyoza. This is really cool. Ta-da!
I loved this one.
Okay, the thing is, from the outside you go, oh, that's an igloo. That's pretty cool. Except for you have to go inside to see this. Because here you have Grandpa Snowman sitting on the couch reading a book with a granddaughter, and you can see Dad putting up decorations with the sun on the tree. You can see Mom here. She's got really frazzled hair because she's trying to get the feast ready. You can see the table all set for Fey Yule dinner. This is really amazing. But this is the scene that got everybody, especially Rough Raptors here. This is what sold it for him. Here's Grandma in the outhouse. Proving once again that we're all 12 years old here at Tryon.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, this one was the grand prize winner. Just amazing all the way through. But we're going to post all of these images, and if you could switch back to us now, please, Colin. We're going to post these all in a blog next week to the site. Here, I'll take her back now.
She's adorable.
Yeah, there you go.
Wiggly.
There you go. All I want for Christmas is a goatee. Amazing entries. And the biggest problem was, oh, you got stuff here. This is why
right.
the good Lord invented that. Totally washable.
That's fine.
That's why you don't wear dress clothes.
That's why you don't. Well, he's on a live stream. He wanted
Well,
to be
I'm not a
pretty.
scrub. I like to, show some pride.
What is he saying about you? Was that an insult?
Yeah.
I mean, I do have a sword here.
That's fine. I have a
Much
glass
good.
bottle.
And why do you have a sword? Because I said I'm going to smack you upside the head and make you sit up straight.
Yeah. So I brought this, but you have a goat. So
I have a coat. All right.
I can't hate you if you
Congrats
have
to
a goat.
all the winners of the Fayule Snow Build, and congrats to everybody who entered. They were amazing. You made the judges' jobs really, really tough, and I can tell you that almost everybody got at least one vote from the judges. It was great. Okay, so now we're going to head over to public test server, away from Baby Goat. Here we are, public test server, and we're getting ready to do the Fortress Siege. Now this event is called Cracking Zarth's Skull.
Yes.
And it's been on public test server since just before the break. What kind of feedback have you had about it so far?
Generally pretty good. People seem to have fun. They were a little confused the first time they did it. And I turned it up a little bit since the break.
Wait, what do you mean turned it up a bit? Like made it harder?
Yeah, it was a little easy. It still needs, I think, maybe a little bit, but we'll see. That's what today will be, a really
Okay.
good test to see if it's going to be difficult enough. But
So is this going to be, I don't know if you can tell how many people are ready for this event, but this is probably going to be one of the larger tests that we've had so far on this, right?
I believe
It'll be
so.
the largest.
The largest? That's cool. One of the reasons we really wanted to get people participating in this
Oh
test.
yeah, there's a lot of people here.
Wow, that's
I'm gonna
amazing.
start it just because they're all
Yep,
waiting.
go ahead and start.
I'll just say there's over 100 people on BTS.
That's crazy good.
All right, it has begun.
All right, and how is the game sound volume for you guys in the channel that are listening in?
Yep.
Don't hear it yet, but there's a bit of a delay.
2 full raids.
So yeah, you guys are awesome for showing up.
Yeah,
thank you guys.
thank you. We need this. We need to actually get through this so that we can show off the looking for raid feature as well.
Yep. Well, I have a backup plan just in case.
Okay.
But
They say they
they
can't
can't
hear
hear.
the game stuff.
Yep, turning it up.
Okay.
As I said, a little low, so just the game volume.
10%, they say. Okay, so there we go.
All right. So, in this first portion, what the players are doing is breaking through the wall. Oh my goodness. Okay.
Wow.
Breaking
okay.
through the walls on the outer area. So you have these little
I have not seen this
map
before.
markers.
Okay.
Showing, and then you can see the cannon. This cannon is active. These are all inactive.
Okay.
There's a bit of a time constraint in this zone event, so everyone sitting here at this one spot is not going to
They're
work
running
too
out
well.
of time.
Spread out. Spread out.
But
Spread out.
they'll figure that out quickly, and then after, so every you can. I'm pointing at the screen.
Yeah, you're pointing at the screen. Yeah, use the cursor. Use the cursor.
Every line of defense has a different thing to do. So in this outside wall, you got to break the wall.
Okay, go break the wall.
And defend the cannons because they have NPCs that spawn to attack them. And then the inside area, there's a bunch of mini bosses you gotta fight. And then the very inside is a trio of onslaughts that you gotta survive. And then there's the final boss that, if you defeat it in time, gives you access to Hexathel, the instanced boss. Oh.
Okay,
You're gonna have fun with that.
nothing like errors. Errors.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go away from
Okay, you guys
people.
can see the timer ticking down on Thorn Wall.
As a pro tip, you definitely should be spreading out at this point and getting to the different cannons.
Now, because of your special GM powers, if we fail at this first stage, can we restart?
We can. We're not going to fail at the first stage. And if we do fail, I have
Totally working as intended.
I have a plan to. Oh my god! What is this? I have a plan to fire off the looking for raid stuff,
Okay,
anyways.
cool.
So,
All right.
so this part is a little,
So when you're organizing this, how many people should be attacking each of these walls?
I would go with at least 5 to each spot.
5 at each spot. Okay.
Yeah.
And Rough Raptors was saying that people should be level 70 to come here. Is that true? Are you really
Yeah,
going to
this
be in
is
a
a
lot
level
of trouble?
70 zone
Always
event.
around.
And
Goblins for being lazy. Yet when
later
the
fortresses
fortresses
are gonna be a little bit higher.
Okay. Oh, really? Oh,
Oh,
later fortresses. Spoilers.
If
But
that
I bet
were
he
to
wasn't
happen.
supposed to say that. If that were to happen sometime in the future, because tomorrow morning on the forums, it's, so when is this next fortress? Which one is it going to be? When is it coming out? He never said nothing. Nothing. You heard
Yeah.
nothing. Move along.
Don't worry about me. I'm drunk. Yeah, so those errors, folks, are not really errors that would ever affect you. They're affecting me because I'm on a debug client.
They're more so warnings.
Yeah.
And there is
It's just an
something
information dump for us.
happening.
Ah, interesting. Okay.
So, sorry, I just realized I was being very quiet. Oh,
You
looks
are
like
being
they're
very quiet.
looks like they got most of them going. I will give one extra tip. This area is a must kill. You must break that wall.
Oh, okay.
You must.
Must.
So you can see in here, each of these little areas are blocked off, and there's gonna be a boss in the second phase in this area, and that only access point to this area is this wall.
So what happens now when you say that one must come down? Does that mean that the other ones are optional?
You only have to break. Where are we at? 5
Oh, 5 of them.
to
Okay.
to go into the next phase. But you're gonna want to make sure that this is one of them.
Ah,
in general.
okay. And 1 of 5 has now gone down. How much time do we have left?
We still have 30 minutes. We're doing okay.
We're
Also,
doing all right.
someone
Yeah.
asked if we could get to the point of DPS in the walls. You can't actually attack the walls.
No, the
can
walls can only be attacked by the cannon.
By the cannons. Okay. But you're clearly being attacked by creatures that are in the mire as well.
Yes.
So you put
Queen
one.
Una has a lot of bad guys that work for her.
Right.
I'm actually interested to see what happens when these guys get into the next phase and how they fight these bosses. 'Cause it's going to be pretty. Oh yeah, you can see the broken walls right
Oh, nice. Okay.
there.
Is that
Amber
five? Can't read that.
Yeah, hooked us up with a lot of great UI for this. Well, yep. So 3 of 5 down. Oh, and some these guys are going in already, which is not a bad idea. You probably want to go in and start clearing some of these. Well, that was interesting.
I love it when. Well, that was interesting.
Yeah.
What was that, sir? Something
was-
unexpected?
Well, when the wall breaks, there's an explosion,
Uh-huh.
and it just only played for me once I walked over there. It was a little weird. But
So this is something that you don't. Do you have to formally join groups to participate in this and get rewards?
no, it's a zone event, so you
So
can
it's a
just
zone event, you
go
can just
do it by yourself or join a public group
Help out on
or
the edges.
take your group. Yeah, and
I kind of like that. I'm very much a casual, hardcore player, so I like the
Yeah.
ability to just tag along and help out as I can.
And when you if you win, I think they will, but we'll see. If you win, it opens up a raid that's available for 2 hours or so after.
And anybody that participated in the zone event is eligible, or just
No, everybody in the
anybody can come in.
Yeah, everybody can go in.
So this is a big unlock then. That's cool.
Yeah, if you fail, you're not going to be able to do the raid for 4 hours or so.
Okay.
Well, I'm assuming it's completed the next time.
Yeah. Yeah, you won't have another chance to get it for another 4 hours. So let's see where we're at now. 4 or 5 down.
Okay. So yeah, whoever's on the stream.
You see that too?
Yep.
I didn't even notice that.
The health bars?
They have health bars.
Oh,
and
I never
that's
cool.
I never knew that.
That
That's
is
very
a
handy
new
for anybody
thing.
who's coordinating the raid.
Wow, I am impressed with us. I snuck that in. I didn't see it.
I never noticed that.
Do 420. I'm already bored with the siege. You're just jealous that you're not in it.
Well, you know, to each his
All
own.
things to all people.
Sieges sieges aren't quick. That's why they're called sieges.
Yeah. Some
Although
of
this
them,
one's
in
pretty
real
quick.
life, they go on
This
for
is-
years.
Yeah, you only have 35 minutes.
That's a pretty short siege.
And one of the achievements is to do it in 15 minutes or less. So
Oh, really?
yeah, and you get a title for that one.
And how often does this get set off? Like, what is the trigger to set off?
Roughly
this zone
every
event?
4 hours.
Oh, really?
It's
Okay.
a zone event, so it's in the queue like all the rest of them. It's just it has an internal cooldown, and it won't be exactly, but it's
Outer
approximately
gates
4 hours.
destroyed.
Outer gates
Much better
destroyed.
job
Okay.
defying Queen than Boglings ever
So now we
Oh.
see the
Oh, okay. So now we have some low-level bosses?
Oh no.
Oh, no, they're
No,
not.
no.
They're level 7. Let's go see one. Let's go see one. I want to see one. Are you immune?
I'm invisible.
You're invisible? That's great.
Here's one of them.
Oh, he doesn't look tough at all.
Oh no.
He's-
No, he doesn't look tough.
No, not at all.
Go-
but he can
go
one-shot
give him
you,
a
right?
kiss.
Sure. I'll send the
Oh,
goat.
these guys are fighting one.
Oh, cool.
They are fighting Bloodroot, the Feaster. Looks a little hectic.
Just a little.
Oh, looks a
Oh.
little raid wipey.
Looks.
A lot of people just died
Ow.
there.
Ow. Ow.
Oh man.
We just got wrecked.
We
in
just
chat.
got wrecked. Yeah, I got it. Hey, Dr. Curb, disable errors for Livestream WTF. You know, you can't. When you're running on a debugging client, you're working all the time. So it's go play the thing yourself. It's really not going to take that long to get through this, even with the debug errors popping up every once in a while.
Yeah, I mean,
Butterlog says, are the bosses always the same and always in the same spot?
currently yes, but that will change over time.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
How much
This
health
guy-
does have?
not a lot.
Not a lot.
10 billion,
Well, you don't have your
107
tooltips
billion.
turned on to show abbreviations, so.
No, this guy doesn't have his only mechanic is the swarm, which you need to get out of,
Right.
and he has a small AE around himself, but it's not really that's not a big deal. Really, the swarm is what murdered people, and probably lack of coordination, but that's fine. Once people,
I think people are still really split up. Too.
yeah,
Yeah, people are split
So,
up
I
here.
think they're still
expect
doing
that,
one of the
you know,
walls.
it's not like
Oh, yeah,
taking
they're-
part.
Oh well, you
They're-
can see 3 of them are
Got
in
it.
combat.
Yeah.
yeah, they're fighting. Yeah, they're not all fighting.
There's a
I'm
lot
gonna go
going
check out
on.
another one.
This is the first time that this has been done really on a large scale like this, and we don't have coordinated guilds handling the attacking either, which all of these things make a difference. But it's really cool. Thank you again, you guys,
Who
for
are they
showing up
fighting?
so that we can see this thing in action. Otherwise, we would have just been following along on the GM thing, going, oh, and then there's this.
There we go. This guy.
Oh, wow.
This guy.
That's a lot of ads.
Oh, that's a lot of
Yeah.
ads.
Yeah, he's he likes zombies. What do you want?
Yeah, apparently.
They all have some raid damage, basically. So they either do like some AEs or they summon ads on people. Or this one looks like they seem like they have them under control.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go check out the other one that's in combat.
And Ilya asks, do you have to kill all the bosses to get to the next stage?
You do.
Ooh.
You do.
Looks like
Oh, there's
in
only 2 in
combat
combat
I think
now.
they wiped on the other one. Or other one enough usually.
So would you recommend on a general basis, would you recommend taking down one boss at a time? Or is that overkill?
I won't recommend anything to players. They can play this game however they like.
Oh, fine. You know, I'm sitting
I
here
gave-
for spoilers,
I
okay?
gave
brought
a
a baby
few
goat
already.
to bribe you and
Oh,
everything.
I'm bribed. That thing is adorable. Oh, they're working it.
Yeah, it's going down now.
All bosses in 30 minutes? No, that's just phase 2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's more.
Yeah, this is only phase 2 of 4.
That's great.
Yeah. So 15 minutes. I might have to change that achievement. I don't know if that's. I don't
Are
know
you
if
just
that's
saying that
doable.
Well, aren't they also scaled up based on the amount of people in the zone?
Yes. But you're gonna need more and more and more people to get it done in 15 minutes.
Well, baby goat's falling asleep.
Yeah, it's
Is she-
ridiculous. Can you knock it off, please?
Well, it's only a day old, you know. It's like a human baby. They sleep a lot.
Oh my god. I can't even deal with it. I don't even know what to do here.
Well, Ilya, the goat does not have a name yet. We do name all of our goats after songs, however. So if you guys want to make suggestions, that's cool with me. And no, we're not calling it Goaty McGoatface. That was suggested on the Trove stream.
That's a pretty good one.
No, it's not. She's a pretty little goat.
I think that's pretty good too.
No, you would.
That's pretty good.
Cloud81 says, and I've noticed this as well. Try on Worlds, it's hard to see the ground indicators through the water. Is there any way to change that at all? Because I've noticed that as well in watery areas.
I have had this explained to me before by the artists. Unfortunately, I will not be able to explain it very well, but basically...
Oh, they used a whole lot of technobabble on you?
Basically not yet.
Not yet.
Oh, these guys are brave. They're fighting the matriarch with pretty
Six
small
people.
numbers, yeah.
Brave
Oh, they're
or
doing okay.
foolhardy?
They're
Yeah,
doing okay.
They are. They're damaging.
They're all alive.
For now.
She's not dead. I mean, she is dying. Oh, I think she's missing a bit.
Oh.
Because they shouldn't be alive with 6 people.
All right, so, yes, enjoy your kill today, because apparently she's missing something that will wipe you next time. Carolar will get right on that immediately after this stream.
Yeah. Consider that done. Let's see where these guys are at. Oh.
Oh.
Getting there. It's like 30%.
I still see some tombstones, but a lot less than there were at the beginning.
How's the other one doing with the zombies? Skeletons or whatever they were.
Let's see if we can.
Yeah, Zenzite, the one, is it better to all focus on one boss or spread out? I asked that as well, and apparently we're not going to find that out. It's something
Something you need to learn on your
Something
own.
you gotta learn.
Oh, he's almost dead.
There's
This
a lot
one,
of people there.
yeah, they're not having too much trouble with him.
I see Kian's joined the party.
Does Planar Champion work on the mobs? Are they considered Rift invasions, or is that?
I'm not sure they should. It shouldn't, but they might. Because they are. I had to make them invasions, but.
Pull bosses to one location in PP. I did that, and then they changed it.
Yeah. Well, that's because if you can pull them to one location, you could pull them to Elitu.
Oh,
And
yeah.
you would. So.
That's,
Well,
yeah, you would.
me right now, no. Me 3 years ago.
Okay,
yeah.
so here's the thing. Rough Raptors is here just to make sure that we cover all the bases of sneaky ways of defeating stuff. Right? Pretty sure. Yeah.
I'm decent at figuring out troller things.
Exactly. Alright, so,
I'm sorry, I don't
Me
understand.
Crazy Cat says, so we can't schedule guild groups for these? They are random zone events? I think Carolar said that they would kick off every 4 hours or so.
Ish.
Ish.
Yeah, I mean, there was some people mentioned that on the forums. They wanted to plan their raid night for this. I don't understand why you would plan a raid night for a zone event.
Because it's very
'Cause it's
raid-like
not a raid,
in... I know,
but-
but it's very raid-like in
Yeah,
appearance.
sure. I mean, I understand the desire to do it. I'm glad that they want to do it, but it's a zone event, so.
It's probably not a bad thing to say, okay, everybody go and do your long-neglected inventory organization, and we have people stationed in the zone, and we will summon you in as soon as the event starts. Or at least that's what I do, because I'm lazy and I need to clean up my inventory. Every time I go adventuring, I have like 5 slots available.
Oh, you don't even. Mine is worse.
Really?
I have all 30+ slot bags,
Yes.
and all in my bank. I have
Yep.
2 spots available.
I mean,
I have so much
Also,
trash.
For how much I play, I think this expansion I finally replaced like my 18 slot bag.
Really?
Yeah.
So you just burn everything when you get it. I always hang on to stuff thinking, I might need this someday.
I don't know, I have terrible bags. They're all just full of like 5-year-old cosmetic items.
Yeah.
All right, well, this boss is almost down.
Yep. So, are there any of the other ones in combat?
Somebody asked
Nope.
whether...
Now
whether-
they're all piling onto one.
Okay. Somebody asked in the chat earlier, will we ever see health monitors for the bosses on the overhead map like we do for the walls?
That would be a good question for whoever implemented the wall.
That
one.
would be super cool.
That would be super.
I
that
gotta
would
find
be
out
super cool.
who did the wall one and when it happened, and we'll see.
That would be a nice feature.
I'm gonna ask about that. We'll get back to you.
Not really that quiet. I've heard like 3 people say I'm quiet.
The wall?
It's probably your volume. We're gonna have
It's
to-
actually the position that you're in, so the mic is kind of pointed
Oh.
That would do it.
to those who are
Let's go.
relaxing.
La 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 la.
I see. If I sit back, I can't read the screen.
Uh-oh.
My vision is way too bad for that.
Yeah, Scrot
So-
713 asked when we're going to get a raid. Listen, we know that the 10-man raid is in progress, and people keep pushing for a date on it, but as we know, look, we heard your feedback. We know you don't like content to be released before it's ready. It's one of the reasons why Fortress Siege has been on public test server for several weeks now, and the raid, a date will be set when they're ready to start talking about it and ready to push it to public test server. Not putting out anything too early, and if you set a date, then you're forced to adhere to the date instead of the appropriate time when it's ready.
Also, people keep saying they want a raid. This comes out with a raid.
The
There's
raid-
a 10-man raid at the end of this.
This unlocks
Yeah.
the raid. Okay.
Yeah.
So it has its own raid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And is that raid ready?
Yeah. It's going to unlock it as soon as they beat this one.
Okay, so totally. Our live stream normally goes to 4:30 maximum, and Cole's gonna want to bail out of here because he probably has a social life or something, right?
Who has
No.
social?
No social life. Excellent. So we'll get him some beer as well, and we're gonna see this thing through to the end because I got nothing else to do. I have a baby goat here. As a matter of fact, just carry on for a second. I'm gonna go put her in her little crate
Okay.
in the audio room. And yes, the naming contest. I've seen some great names there so far.
Adorable.
Might just have to make it, you know, buy a lottery entry for the baby goat name, donate to a charity, something.
Okay, I'll win the
Twitch
name
names
game
go.
goat chase.
Who will kill them for me? Who will make them suffer?
So, what is going on with like all of those red dudes?
So this is Eliazania. I can't pronounce the name I made up. Let me run in there and see the name again. The Gardener of Blood, and she summons blood slaves. The other one's the Gardener of Flesh. He summons flesh slaves, zombies, and they're handling these ones better than the zombies though. They're all piled up in the middle.
Yeah, they seem to be stacked. Maybe there's a tank here.
Yeah.
I'm trying to speak up. I have been. I'm even in a better position for the mic now. Now I can barely read the chat.
This and the attendant raid are coming soon. That's as close as I can tell you, but it's soon.
Try again. RR.
Try again. What? Talking?
Yeah.
Did you turn me up or something?
Well, I just turned your
The raid will be open for
Okay.
about 2 hours after the event is succeeded.
How many bosses in the raid? One.
One, yeah.
Define soon. Soon is soon, as Linda said when it's ready.
Define soon. Soon is not a year from now.
That, yeah.
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 I'll even say very soon. Just
Wow.
I can't get specific. Sorry. Wow, I don't know if they're gonna make it.
I can't see that far. What's it?
There's
12 and a half?
12 and a half. They still have two bosses.
3? Oh, is that one almost dead?
Yeah, he's almost dead.
What's he at? Oh, okay, yeah, almost dead.
2.5 and or 2 and a sliver, and then they got to do the onslaughts.
And then the fourth phase.
Yeah,
I don't think
that
that's
boss
time.
needs that boss is undertuned right now, so he won't take long. But
All right. And yes, we are looking at approximately 2 weeks for Fortress Siege. And
they can't
looking
fight
for
these
raid.
bosses at the same time though, because they're in the same little area. Which
What they
I
say
hope they
is
do, 'cause
very pretty.
I don't know.
Just double the
Yeah,
mechanics.
yeah. I just
Well,
want to
did you
see.
say one of them doesn't have any mechanics, or did they already kill that one?
Well, she does. She just doesn't have the raid damage mechanic that she should.
Okay.
But she does a bunch of knockbacks and grips.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Well, so does he. But he also has.
Oh, so
other
basically
nasty
people are
things.
just gonna be going everywhere.
Oh yeah.
Oh, and there's.
Oh, they pulled. Yeah. Thank you, guys. I'm very proud of. I'm very.
We're
proud
very
Of you.
proud of you.
Yeah.
To those who are about to die, we salute you.
He's brave.
It's a good job. Way to sack up. So this guy has the bee swarm as well, but he also has his own other thing. Well, I mean, he has a staff with a beehive.
Sir, you don't need to explain it to this guy. You need to
Oh.
explain it to those people.
Yeah.
So this guy has a bee swarm as well, but
He has two different raid
Up there.
damage mechanics. So it'll be a little interesting. Yeah, see his little plants.
Do the bees die if they sting you? Just in real
No,
life?
no, well, I'm
Magic
sure the
bees.
individual ones do, but it's a swarm.
Oh,
So
gotcha.
Angelina Jolie says, can anyone comment on the status of any weekly quests for PvP and PvE? I wish I had written down what Julia said. That's Dark Moon. She's back in office now. Like a lot of us, she's been out sick. And she said that there are a couple of weekly quests coming, but I don't have a time frame on those. I promise I will get her to post on the forums. Here I am making that note. Weekly quests.
Are there unique rewards from completing these events? You get access to a raid.
there are also unique rewards.
All right.
Which I guess I wouldn't have.
They're rare, but they're there.
What is this? They really want spoilers. Zero Cool Rift says, Dev, kill him, show us rewards. Spoilers! You want to discover this stuff for yourself.
Well, we might
They're
have
gonna
to
fail.
with
Are they?
10 minutes.
Oh.
You might have to.
Yeah. Actually,
Should we just kill the bosses so they
the
can at least see phase
fastest phase 3 can be done is 6 minutes.
The fastest.
The fastest.
But that's if you've already done it once before and know how everything works.
No, I mean it's an onslaught, so if you've done onslaughts before, you'll be
Oh,
fine.
okay.
But there's 3 different onslaught locations.
And that just looks like a whole lot of pain.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of corpses. There's 3 different onslaught locations, and if all 3 of them are kept up, it goes a lot faster.
Okay. You know what we need instead of a dev kill command? You need a dev res all command.
I think there is one.
Is there?
There's an ability, but I
There
don't.
is one
I don't
for
have it.
everyone in your raid. I don't know if there is one for proximity.
Well, I mean, I'll just make one. It's not a bad idea.
Rain
Okay,
Cloud,
okay.
CCR's Proud Mary. We actually have a goat called Proud Mary for exactly that reason.
Place of happiness ruined. I am bereft.
It's not going to be Goaty McGoatface. Wow. Never let this man have animals. Do you have a dog?
No, I have 2 cats.
And what are they called? Catty McCatface?
Zuki and Aurora.
Oh, see?
What was
What's
that?
wrong
What
with
was that?
Zuki and Aurora?
What was that British research ship? And they
Bodie
Bo-
McBoatface,
Yeah.
yes.
I feel like they should have went ahead and named it that. They put it up there. You trust the internet. The
I
internet
think-
will get you.
Well, no, never trust the internet. Have you read the internet lately? No, do not put your faith in that.
Should we advance this to 3?
Are you saying that they need help?
Yeah, they're not going to be able to do it.
Okay.
Which
Incoming
I'm
dev
absolutely happy with. I think
That's really cool,
Awesome.
though. I love the chance to see this being worked through by actual players. Most of the time that we do dungeon runs or event runs, it's just the devs running through it telling us what we're supposed to be seeing. And that's not nearly as much fun for me as seeing a whole bunch of corpses and gravestones. Ooh, Lovely Rita's a good name, too. I'm writing these all down, by the way.
All right. So this phase,
Ooh, darling Nikki, that's good.
yeah, this is going to be rough. I don't know. I can't actually help you on this phase, so you have to do it on your own.
Okay, work hard.
I thought you had that widget. Or did you take that out?
I took it out
Oh,
just
okay.
for safety, so it doesn't hit live.
Okay, so what's happening here?
They're taking over an onslaught location,
Okay.
and then they've got to take over all of the parts of the onslaught location and upgrade all the parts all the way.
Wow. Okay.
And once all three areas are taken over and upgraded,
I was just going to ask if this is shown on the map too. That is
Yeah.
such a handy thing.
in this phase, the box means that it hasn't been taken over and upgraded yet. And once they all are, it turns into a shield because you got to defend it. You don't have to keep all three up, but it makes it much faster.
And that's with a 6 minute.
Yeah, 6 minutes
comes in.
ish if all three are up the whole time, and I think it's like 15 minutes or so if there's only one. And then, let's see.
I am not naming the goat
Weed
Weed
Whacker.
Whacker. That's not
That's
a song
pretty good.
name. It's got to be a song name.
But that's pretty good.
It is pretty good.
Oh, I like that one.
Goat raptors, no.
No.
She might grow up to be like.
That'd be awesome.
Hey Rain, I did get your names, Gypsy and Songbird, and because we name our bucks after singers, musicians, performers, bands, that sort of thing. And I was going to name one of our best bucks this year, Fleetwood Mac. So that's kind of an interesting tie-in there. We're going to name another one of our bucks Prince, and so some of the Prince songs that have been suggested are really cool for me too. Ooh, Peggy Sue, that's good too.
Oh, they haven't started the onslaught yet, so they now can't succeed
Tiny Dancer.
because they need 6 minutes and there's only 5. But that's okay. At the end of this,
At the end of this,
Rich is watching like a hawk, and he's gonna set it up so that you can go ahead and try the raid out.
oh, interesting.
Positive change should we actually succeed.
Out of slash command.
Oh, well then, Rich, if you're watching, you don't have to anymore.
Apparently we don't need you at all. We can go on without you.
I mean, he can do it for me if he really wants to, but
Sweet goat of mine. Interesting. Tryon Worlds, has anyone else been reporting unfollowing of channels happening? Because I logged in and was no longer following for some reason. That's interesting. I have not seen that yet.
I'm pretty pleased with how this went so far.
so one of my questions is, do you remember what the rewards were for Volan?
Tokens.
I don't remember
There
anything
weren't
of value
items.
outside of just
No, it was a
a
zone
few
event. You
extra
got
bonus
tokens.
because
Yeah.
I've seen a lot of people saying, what's the point of doing this? You're going to do it once if there's no good rewards. Yet people are constantly saying make another Volan. So I'm just legitimately a bit confused.
This is actually already better rewarded than Volan because it does have its own unique rewards. Excuse me. At the end of this, if you succeed, there's a merchant, a quest giver, and a raid that are only accessible if you win. There are token payouts, and there are also just items that you can get from this event if you win. So, literally, 1,000,000 times better than Volan as far as rewards already.
Okay. And I'm sorry.
Because
that I'm
Volan was
quiet.
just the raid.
I don't
token.
know why I'm so quiet.
Or not, sorry.
I mean,
Oh,
I
wait.
even leaned back while saying.
Oh my god.
You have to
It's-
lean back and you have to
Oh.
project. We'll put you on a stage sometime and pack the audience full of people.
I can project it and just kill my
My
voice.
my
Oh, well, I get that.
my thing didn't get taken out, so I can help.
Oh,
These are technical terms. My thing didn't get taken out, so I can do it.
It did. I made a change yesterday. I pushed it up to test stable.
oh well, we didn't. Have
We
that.
didn't do a test
We
build
didn't.
today.
Yeah.
Ah,
So
got
I
it.
was able to give you guys a chance to actually win.
To be
Oh,
more
cool.
To be more obscure, then should we just say you should click the? Oh, you did click the thing.
I did. They can't see it. I clicked it.
He clicked the
It's
thing. Let it be known across the lands. This
Get
is
Captain Cursor to teach RR how to speak loudly.
no, Captain Cursor needs like a sort of a voice muffling, a muffler. That's what he needs, a muffler. We'll get him one for next Fayule.
All right. They succeeded.
Ooh. Holy Roller 12 says,
people.
correct me if I'm wrong, but it was stated on a previous live stream that when these were announced, that there were likely to be greater essences from Fortress sieges. No other details aside from that were given at the time. Are you actually involved in what gets
The
gets
rewards,
given out?
no.
No? Okay.
Oh,
That's
this
some
guy
other
has
dude.
the wrong renderable. Okay, but there
Who do
go.
we talk to about that? Because I'll
Andy.
find out. Andy! Oh, Andy. Andy's still on
Where's
vacation or
where's
sick
the
or
sock
something too.
puppet?
I will ask him.
Yeah, this guy is actually a little undertuned, so maybe. Oh, they won't do it in a minute.
Hear that? You have been judged. Oh, they won't.
Oh,
do it
yeah,
in a
I'm-
minute. They're not going to do it in a
I'm
minute.
judging you hard.
In 5 seconds. I
Well,
think they
maybe.
will. They are.
Actually,
Look at
yeah.
that. They got this.
This is cool.
Yeah.
They just had to get their dots rolling and get everyone there. They're good.
Yeah.
This is the best, most thorough test of this Fortress Siege that we've had to date, just because so many people logged into public test server for it. This is really cool.
Oh, yeah, I think they will. I think they will beat him. I mean, you've already failed twice, but I think
Wow.
I'm pretty happy with how that went. That achievement is never going to happen. You can't do it in 15 minutes, but that's good.
Well, you know what? Challenge. The gauntlet has been thrown. He says that you cannot do it in less than 15 minutes, which the achievement is for. I will bet you, I don't know, what shall I bet you? A baby goat? No.
Yeah.
A different baby goat
Fine.
that they can't do it in 15 minutes. You don't
Get
think they
me
can?
my baby
They're
goat.
gonna fail.
There's no
Monetarily?
way.
They're
No,
gonna
I
fail
don't
5
mean
seconds.
today. I don't mean today.
not
I mean when a
ever.
court really cannot do it in 15 minutes. He
Oh,
says.
they failed.
Oh. You distracted me. I was going to kill it with the end.
I was trying to
I'm
tell you there was
distracting
5 seconds
What's
left.
the
I was
slash
trying to
man?
tell you. Slash kill?
No, to turn on looking for it.
Oh,
Something,
should I
something.
say it or should I just type it?
Yeah, just type it.
It's not like they have access. I mean, they can see the chat anyway.
Yeah, they
I
can.
don't think it matters.
That's true. Okay, what is it?
Slash toggle.
Hold on.
Murder Lemon says, RR so happy they failed. He is a little bit funny that way, isn't he?
Toggle?
Yes, Dev victory again.
Then just press T and then tab. 0. No. There's arguments. Space. 0. Space. Like 10,000, 100,000, some large number. And then no. One more.
100,000.
Space 1.
Speak faster.
There. Now if you open LFR by default, Control I, it should be there.
Control I. Oh, so here we are looking for raid.
And
This
you
is the first time I've seen this.
Apparently enabled it for 14 days.
You told me to put that number in.
I said a large number.
It's 1 day, 3 hours.
Hey,
one
Mordred,
day-
everybody
oh.
just copied that, but that's okay because
told you
unless
I-
you have the godlike powers of these dudes,
I told you I can't.
fueled
read
by
that far.
Guinness, it won't work.
Well, there you have it.
So is Rich still standing by to do magic?
No. I think
Oh.
he heard me say, "Don't worry about it." Because
I just did the magic.
Well, there's other. If he had set this other
Oh,
plug
'cause
state,
the
it would
NPC.
turn up. But when I go back to my desk, I'll turn them on. So if you hang around for
Okay.
2-3 minutes after I leave,
We're gonna send Carolar back to his desk to turn it on. Go do that. Meanwhile, we'll have Ryan talk about the looking for raid feature.
Perfect. Oh.
Because we have all these notes. Awesome.
Yeah,
Get
I
yourself a
kinda
refill while you're at it.
Sent you all the text. I guess people can be able to hear me now.
Yeah, this is great.
I was
Hey,
about to say, I
Finteo,
get a pet
hello.
goat, and then I realized you don't have the goat anymore.
It's always nice to see some dude from Twitch hanging out here.
Oh wow, I can actually see chat now without having to be
Isn't
like.
that great? Looking for raid. No procrastinating. What do you want to tell us about looking for raid other than Control I opens it up?
Control I does open it up. So actually, let me grab my phone because my phone has the diagnostics on it that lets me look at the queue, so I can see if people are actually queuing for it.
Okay.
So give me 1 second. And
Queue for the raid, people. Queue for the raid.
You can ask me stuff while.
All right, well, I
doing
will.
This, but
Now, there was, let's see, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yes, raid karma. Looking for raid comes with raid karma. How do people get karma? Because that's the first thing everybody's going to want to know.
9 people in the queue.
9 people in the queue, okay.
So, raid karma is basically a value that lives on your character.
Mm-hmm.
It will decay slowly over time to a certain extent. The higher your raid karma is,
the more likely you are to get a faster Q.
And how do you
pop.
get raid karma? Is it based on your damage or your performance, or just how people feel you were in the raid?
So, firstly, it's based on did you complete the raid. If you successfully complete
it.
a raid, you get an immediate bonus to raid karma. Once the raid is finished, everyone in your raid is going to get a big pop-up window with the entire list of your raid, what roles they played, and then basically a happy or a sad face to basically upvote or downvote them.
Okay.
And then based on that, you can get or lose raid karma.
That's going to be really interesting. Now, the looking for raid feature, it also respects the ignore function?
It does.
Okay.
It is built somewhat similarly to looking for group. We wanted to create a similar experience, but the system itself is pretty different. We just wanted to create something as similar as possible.
And if you bail on the raid early, you can get dinged for that as well?
You will lose raid karma if you leave early, as well as getting deserter.
So do not join the raid when you know that your spouse is going to tell you that the dishes really need to be done and they're sick of waiting for you and you better get it done right now. Okay.
Also vote kicking or getting a vote kicked will result in a loss of karma
Right.
as well.
And as I recall from what you wrote earlier today, you can join looking for raid as a solo player, as a group, as a partial raid, or even as a full raid.
Yep.
Okay.
If you join as a raid, it's just gonna throw you in there.
Right, of course. Okay. And then how does that there's a specific set of roles that you're looking for in a raid as well, right?
Yeah, if I,
Because
the control is I, I'm terrible. I'm sorry. So if you see down here, you can see the Queen's Foci is now active. It has a suggested. That could probably get changed to a better wording now that I'm actually explaining it out loud. This is the required
required
roles. So in order to do this fight,
you must
have
at
two
least
tanks,
2 tanks,
2 healers, 5 DPS, and 1 support.
Okay.
So when you queue, you can queue as whatever roles you want. So in this case, you could be like, oh, well, I'll queue for damage and healing.
Because you can do either.
He doesn't meet the requirements, apparently.
Okay.
He probably doesn't have the hit or the gear or something. So
Carolari saying stuff about you. You don't have the gear, dude.
So when you queue, it will basically just attempt to match you similar to LFG, but with every possible combination of the boss being able to be completed. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Now, tell us a little bit about how the gear check is done. Like, what if you're swapping out gear in the middle of your queue? Like, what if you join the queue and it says your gear check has failed?
So if you join the queue, you can basically do whatever you want. The gear check is done when you attempt to join the queue.
Okay.
So if you're just, say, easy example, you're by yourself, you hit the Q button, and then you change all your gear, it's not going to care because you're already in the system with that role, with that gear.
Wait, does that mean that you can qualify based on your gear and then switch your gear out for crap gear?
Technically, yeah, but then people are going to probably get mad at you if
And
you
then
can't
you
hit
will
the
be
boss.
downvoted. Yeah. Okay.
Well, I mean, if you can't hit the boss and you zone in, people are just going to kick you out. So
All right.
you probably shouldn't do that.
And then, of course, you can queue, or you can join LFR whether you can queue as a leader or not.
Yes.
Now, if you select the leader, what happens if other people want to join as leaders? Do they start forming their own raid groups?
Sort of. So the little join as raid leader button, basically says, I am willing to take responsibility to be the leader of this raid.
I am willing to take responsibility for all the wipes and poor actions of my raid members. Got it.
The raid leader of LFR has some specific things that they have to do. So it is
okay.
an important feature. If the matchmaker forms a raid and there is no leader, it kind of just puts it off to the side for a bit and it's like, okay, well, I'm going to try to find a leader for a while for this group, and if I can't, we're just going to pick somebody because we don't want to leave a bunch of people in the queue
Gotcha.
if nobody is checking that box.
Balladorf asks an interesting question. If you queue as a full guild raid, do you still give karma at the end of the raid?
Yes.
And it's anonymous, right?
Yes.
Totally anonymous.
It is.
Nobody will ever find out
Well,
that you voted them down.
It could,
That guy that you voted down will never know.
Correct. It could be an issue that we might need to look into. Maybe no downvoting should be possible. It's kind of up in the air. That might be able to change.
All right. Now there's a new technology called temporary raids. Did you want to like? That's just the call name that we're calling it.
I'm
right
calling
now.
it temporary raids. I don't have
Can
a
you
name
tell us a
for
little
it.
bit about how that works? Keep in mind that this is evolving. Once you guys start using Looking for Raid, we want feedback on this on the forums too, because this is a very new feature for the game.
So it's basically exactly what you saw. Is if you would have opened this window previously before Hansen typed in the / command, it would have just said no raids available. So
Okay.
basically, when the zone event or his zone event finishes, it sends out a message to the server saying activate this raid. And then that's when you open the window and you can actually see it and queue it. And that's what that little countdown is. Is it saying you have 1 day, 3 hours, and 38 minutes left until this raid goes away.
Okay.
But in his case, 2 hours, 4 hours, whatever he said.
So MOKG or MOKG, depending on how you pronounce that one, says it's in everyone's benefit to downvote everyone so their karma is higher. Is that true?
No.
No, because you'll get downvoted too. And everyone's karma will be crap.
It's in no way beneficial to downvote people, just for the lulz.
All right. But the people who get upvoted, will they have? Would you consider that an unfair advantage if the best people always get upvoted and they get picked first for these raids?
No, I mean, I think if you do your job and you're an actual good player and helpful, then I don't see a reason why you shouldn't be rewarded for that.
How will you handle guilds farming karma? I think the only purpose of karma
It's
is
faster queuing.
faster queuing.
I mean, you also can't see your karma, so I mean, there's a cap.
Oh, so you can't see your karma?
No.
And there's a cap.
There's a cap, and you don't know your karma, and it's always decaying. So
Oh, okay. So if you have capped out karma
It's
at
gonna
some
go down.
invisible number, it will go down over time.
Yes.
But you won't ever be able to see it.
yes,
Interesting. Okay.
it is not crazy important that people should obsess over. It's just a slight thing of the system to help out people that are.
Jago Din
have
says
higher
you
rate
need to
can-
set a downvote threshold. Is there one of those as well as the upvote
Not yet.
threshold? Okay. And Chaos says it was stated Fortress Sieges would be PvP based.
It's the first
Did
I've
we say
heard.
that?
That was never stated.
I don't recall. Let us know where you saw that, Chaos. I have not seen that myself.
What if you're in the raid when time runs out? So when time runs out, if you're in the raid, nothing happens. The only downside to that is if you're in the raid and somebody leaves after the time expires, you actually can't get a new member. So
okay.
there's sadly no technical way to do that right now. But if you're in the queue and the time expires, it just kicks everyone out of the queue. If you're in the raid, you can complete the raid and stay in it as long as you want.
Okay.
You just can't get a replacement.
Yeah, Rustbomb says this is a system that maybe should have been kept internal. Rustbomb, that's probably not true. We're trying to be as transparent as possible about this. You're not going to see your karma level, so you can't game the system and that sort of thing. But it is important for us that everyone understands a little bit about how it works and why it was put into place. Now, the leader, can you tell me what the special role of the leader is, especially when you come to encounter bosses?
Sure. So when you zone in, basically instead of just having a boss in front of you, there's going to be the boss, and the way at least is now, I don't know how they're going to go about it in the future, but there's a giant force field around the boss, so you can't actually attack him or aggro him or do anything to him until you talk to this NPC, which is in front of the boss. Only the leader can perform actions with this NPC that affect the boss. So when the leader goes up and talks to this NPC, you get two options, which is perform a ready check or don't perform a ready check and just activate the boss. The second one is simple, and it just says activate the boss, and the force field comes down. You can fight the boss as normal. The first one is more complicated, where it will pop up a ready screen. I wonder if you should have the gear. Oh, no, you don't have the hit. 1325. Okay, so never mind. You can't get an LFR.
Passive aggressive calling you lame.
No, I just didn't.
I wanted to show it, but I'm not going to be able to. So you get a boss dialog box that pops up that says the boss's name, the mechanic information, and then at the bottom there is a window that shows everyone who has clicked ready. When everyone has clicked ready, it will then initiate the boss, as if you had.
Okay,
Press the
Carolar's
second
about to
option.
click the quartermaster for you. There you go. People were asking about that as well.
Oh, is that Rich's magic?
Yeah, it is.
All right. Minion card. remember that at the end of the live stream, you can go back through the recap. It'll be posted to Twitch. Just scroll back to the last stream of the day, and you'll be able to take screenshots of that.
Also, folks, if you're stuck outside, there's a gate, there's a teleporter at Camp Quagmire that teleports you in here, and one in here that teleports you back to Camp Quagmire.
That's also true. So if you use the teleporter, it actually doesn't use any of the LFR functionality at all. So you can zone in as just a raid of 10 in this example, and you'll just be able to do the fight as normal without having to deal with any LFR scripting or functionality at all.
Right.
Or you can queue as LFR and just get teleported in.
A couple more questions about the karma. How much karma do we get for an upvote? If a completion is worth 100, how much would an upvote be comparatively? You're not getting those numbers.
I was going to say no.
And does karma punish casual players? I wouldn't say so based on my
No.
experience in other games where these systems exist. I consider myself, as I've probably said before, casual hardcore. I love the games, love playing them, not a hardcore raider, and I've always found that karma works to my advantage because I do my best to listen to instructions, to participate, to support the raid, and basically to do my best and not be an asshat. So I've had lots of karma upvotes in other games, so I think casual players would be all right.
I feel like what I can say is that raid karma ranges from negative values to positive values, and negative values is where you do not want to be. Casual players will not go negative.
Yeah.
So
the negative values would be for things like if you're
constantly leaving raids, if you're constantly getting downvoted or kicked or stuff like that, you're gonna probably go negative. Otherwise, you're probably fine. That's really the only case where it's gonna affect you.
I'll go double check the teleporters real quick. They're probably not on because you guys didn't actually succeed the event, but I will turn them on.
Does ignore work the same for LFRs looking for a group? Yes.
All right, so what we really want is once this goes live on the live servers, remember it's just on PTS right now, when it goes on the live servers, we want your feedback on the LFR system. This is supposed to be a tool that benefits all players. And I think that it'll work pretty well.
So my tip to you, queue is more tanks because there are a ton of people in the queue and only one raid has been formed.
Right. Okay. Rainkeeper has it right. Know your role, stay committed, and be nice. That's pretty much all you can ask for people raiding.
Yeah.
Obviously, when people talk about, the people will pick the higher karma people first, they won't see the higher karma people, they will get queue priority. But at the same time, as you know, there are always important engagements going on, raids going on, where you're short of players. So, people will get their chances to participate. Butterlog says, will the LFR be applied to future raids?
It can be, but that is up to designers to do so.
It's almost certainly going to be. We didn't have the system designed for this one particular raid.
Yeah. /0998 says, does LFR lock you out on a timer?
No, there is no lockup for LFR. As soon as the raid ends, you can queue again.
Okay. Did you want to go do something to see if we can progress to the raid stage? Or are we...
It's on.
Oh, it's
They
on!
can go in.
It's on!
Yeah, no,
Okay.
this says one group has been formed.
One group has been formed.
I can feel the hatred because I'm the treasurer for the Tryon Fantasy Football League, and I have all the money, and we're supposed to give it out at 4.
They
they're
could
very
just
mad at me.
bloody well wait.
Oh, they can.
Yeah, they
I
can.
might just keep the money.
Because I didn't win.
Because you guys
Fantasy
screwed me
Football
on my
League.
draft, so...
Exactly. I won it last year, and because I didn't win anything this year, they can just wait out there for us to be finished.
Is there any advantage to walking in as opposed to using LFR? You would just walk in if you're just doing it with your guild and don't care about LFR.
Mm-hmm.
That's it.
Yep. Okay. Anything else? Are we able to follow along with the raid?
No.
No.
So, okay.
I don't have the gear.
If I alt-tab, will it show the desktop?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can that not happen?
I'm sure it's
I
fine.
I can get into the raid if I do something, but they can't see what I'm doing.
Oh, okay. Look. See?
Oh, actually, no. It might.
That's okay. Look. See? Nobody can see.
No, I'm being.
Can't see nothing. Unless you can hear what he's typing.
No, that's not gonna work. Okay.
He's going to try something sneaky here.
I have
I
other
am.
characters, so you can just camp and log into a different character.
I don't know if that'll matter because the queue isn't popping for one reason or another. I don't know if it's lack of tanks or what.
We've had a few. No, there's no karma leaderboard because we're not making the numbers public. It's a hidden factor. A few people have asked about new PvP content coming to Rift, either in Starfall Prophecy or other. This isn't a PvP stream, but I think we have to put PvP stream on the list. You guys know that Kian's next week is going to be on stream talking about class balance, right? Y'all will behave and make nice, polite questions, right? Mm-hmm. Yes. Yes.
I love your optimism.
Well, yeah. We're going to post a thread to the forums for folks who are interested in posting specific questions, especially for those who can't join us for the live stream. And then they can check out what's going on later. Ooh, he's looking at all sorts of numbers and things. Blah, 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 blah. Secret stuff. Can't see it. All right.
Oh, there's a bunch of people inside. Okay.
Oh, good.
I don't know which is the LFR one, though. Let's just
Pick one.
guess.
Go back to that.
This is actually it's.
I'm not used to this keyboard. I'm sorry.
So working in the game industry,
All
long
of
hours, not as
SLB
much pay,
queen.
but you get
Yeah,
to
I
see
know.
really cool stuff like this going on. Also, Rough Raptors is the world's fastest typer.
on a keyboard that I'm not even used to.
That mouse drives me nuts.
Yeah, I'm
Right-clicking
not a
doesn't seem to
fan.
work about 50% of the time.
Okay, so here's
Hey.
a raid.
Tell them more
there,
them.
there.
I don't know if it's the actual LFR raid or not.
I just want to
don't-
address what Telemortem
but-
says. We try to be nice, but when we have legitimate concerns in game, you ignore us. So being nasty is not going to get you any further, I have to say. Do join us for the live stream with Kians next week. We're totally ready to talk a lot about how the Tryon team approaches class balance, and I think that's going to be very, very useful. Yeah. All right.
Is LFR going to be a way to circumvent gearing in dungeons, or will it not fill many slots? I'm not quite sure I understand that question. You need to meet a certain
Yeah.
you need to meet a certain set of gear requirements to enter LFR. If you have a guild and they don't care about your gear, you can just walk in the entrance.
Most guilds care about gear.
Well, you can get carried. I mean,
Well, that's true.
I've done it.
Yeah.
I don't think you're being nasty, Telemortem. I just think you were.
No,
a
no,
little
no,
off
no.
base.
The way you were saying that when
Because
you
all
have
we do is listen to you guys. That's like
Yeah.
70% of our job.
trying to get things done in game to benefit everyone, that is absolutely true. I would strongly suggest that everybody try to. How do I say this? It's really, really hard to understand the pace at which development occurs internally, and the number of people that are involved in any given project, and the amount of time everything takes to be done. And sometimes there are just basic disagreements about where things should be, which is why this conversation with Kians next week is going to be very, very interesting. He's going to be very open and upfront about how Tryon approaches system balance. And we've been following along on the really long threads now, both parts 1 and 2, about the class balance changes that have come to PTS. And those threads have both been very, very good, and in some cases kind of disheartening. But all of the good feedback is worth its weight in gold, believe me. People are asking about Conquest-style PvP. We're going to have a PvP stream. It's on my list right now. Let's see how soon we can get that done.
Let's see, will it be farmable? Well, to my knowledge, it uses the individual reward system. So as long as you have individual rewards to spend, then you should be able to get loot
You're talking about in this raid.
in the raid, yeah.
All right, so what are these red cross hatches here?
Well, this is not my boss, but I know how the fight works at least. I mean,
Ew.
I can go into it if you really want me to.
I think it's better to let them guess a little bit.
Yeah, let's not spoil everything.
Looks painful. Okay, he's really big.
They're dying.
I see.
There's 4 of them dead.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Raise
I'm
our
not.
mugs to you.
But I will raise my mug.
Oh, now there's ads killing a non-tank.
Oh.
Or, oh no, that's a rogue Rift Stalker. Never mind.
Oh, it's a rogue.
No,
You
it was
say
a, it was,
dismissively.
no, it was a Rift Stalker. That's what I meant. Sorry. The rogue tank.
Oh, Exuberant Gaming, there's a question we can answer. Is there a set group of people who work on Rift, or do all of the programmers work on all of the games under your title? Actually, Rift has its own dedicated team. All of our games have their own dedicated teams. That said, we do move developers from one project to another as needs dictate. If somebody's coming up on a major release and they need some support, then some devs can move over there. And there's definitely a dedicated Rift team. You have no idea how dedicated. Oh, Kitten Nation, why no love for rogues?
I don't know. I don't know class balance.
Rogues are great.
I think they're great. They're bloody scary in PvP. Balladorf asks, can you confirm you need 2k hit for this raid?
You do need 2K hit for this raid.
There you go.
You can see the gear
Confirmed.
requirements when you mouse over this. You can see
Oh.
that as a tank you need. Are you a mage?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a mage. So you can see these aren't really set up yet, but you need 5 intelligence, 1750 hit apparently. Okay, and 2000 guard as a tank, and the others are just 1750 hit. Thought it was 2000. Okay.
I'm not sure if we can answer that question, Cleric Nexus, but it says questions about individual rewards. What is the maximum you're able to have? I know one of my guildies had his charge number randomly reset to 10 after he was at about 33. Is that meant to happen? I'm not sure if we can answer
didn't-
that. It seems like an odd thing. This is this question right up here.
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't make that system, so I'm honestly not
It sounds kind of
good
odd,
for
but somebody can
answering
probably answer
questions
that.
on that.
Let's find out. Charge reset. God, I hope I can read my writing tomorrow morning. I have the world's worst handwriting. To 10 after 33. Okay. Happened
Yeah.
on New Year's. Oh, well, New Year's Day, there's just no
Right.
accounting for what happens
You
there.
need 2K for experts.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was 2K. Maybe it got changed on accident. I don't know. I'll look into that. Can you write that down?
Oh, sorry, what am I writing down?
Just hit requirement.
Oh, hit requirements. Yeah. We will check on those for you. When I say we, I mean Rough Raptors.
Yeah, I can take a look at that.
He doesn't ever sleep, I think.
Me?
Yeah.
Hardly.
Hardly. Okay. So while we're at it here, we gotta invent some things to give away for this stream. What do you think we
Yeah.
should give away? And no,
Silver
we're
tier.
not
Wait,
doing
wait.
silver tier loyalty,
Black
dude.
tier.
Baby goats.
No, we're not giving away baby goats.
You're right, because you owe me one, and I'm not gonna.
Oh,
I mean,
where's
I
that?
can go down the list. We can do silver, we can do black, we can do red, we got orange, purple, blue, green. I mean, so many possibilities.
Now, you can X out if you have not said anything in chat. If you have said something in chat, you do not have to X up, all right?
How do I X out?
You don't X up. Isn't that great? You can't even take part this time. Okay, so I know that we're safe with giving away 3 Void Drakes. And just in case somebody here wants to participate in this stuff and they do not have Starfall Prophecy, we'll do the standard Starfall Prophecy Standard Edition. I can't type with one hand. Ugh. And we'll do a Starfall Prophecy Deluxe. What do you think Arconyx would do to us if we did give away a silver tier?
Kill us?
Would he? Okay,
No.
we don't.
We only gave away one.
We're gonna give away 1 silver tier.
Oh wow.
loyalty.
Okay, that's not me. That's her.
It's totally me.
I'm just gonna slowly.
I'll have
backing
to.
it up.
I'll have to ingratiate myself. I'm gonna say, see, this is what happens when you go on holiday, Arconyx. Tell you what. Okay. All right. So we're gonna start with the Void Drakes. All right. You guys are gonna read the names, right? Right.
Sure.
Oh dear. Where's my thingy? Dude, where's my randomizer? Cole. Oh, there it is. Never mind. Totally under control. All
I
right.
believe in you.
Void Drakes. First Void Drake goes to.
Steve P069X.
And that's what his mama named him.
I'm sure it is.
Okay. Second Void Drake gonna go to.
I can't read that far.
Zenzai the1.
Zenzai the One. Okay. Mizuki Ayu says, use the baby goat to diffuse Arconyx rage. We'll see if that helps. I'll let you know.
Should help
How could
diffuse
it not?
anyone's rage.
Third Void Drake goes to no. Okay, so here it is. This is as bad as Rough Raptors winning.
Who is that?
Ren the Blurry is Ren, the person who streams with me.
Oh.
So, yeah, apparently we
So
have to
that's-
give away
that-
2 more
that's
Void
double.
Drakes. You're not getting one, okay? You're almost an employee because you're my best friend and stuff. So, yeah, Ren the Blurry, you just hold your horses there. Nice try. All right, so we're going to give away 2 more Void Drakes because of that. We're going to put her in the Rough Raptors pile. There we go. Okay. Poor Ren. Poor Ren.
He wants one too.
Yeah, too bad.
Not
She
getting it.
she ain't getting one. All right. So
That is
instead,
rough. Soul Ghost 91.
Soul Ghost
I
91.
feel like Soul Ghost 92 deserves it more.
Probably, higher rating and all that.
Oh, they're dying again.
Okay. And the last Void Drake goes to
Bahamut.
Bahamut. Spacebar. Okay. poor Ren. I'm going to hear about this. I'm never going to get invited to her parties again. She's never going to stream with me again. She's never going to guide me through the PvP zones again. Starfall Prophecy Standard Edition. Anybody can win the Starfall Prophecy Standard or Deluxe. I don't even care if they've won before, because if they have won before, they probably already own these, and that way they can be really super nice and give it to a friend of theirs. Starfall Prophecy Standard Edition goes to...
You cannot hope to survive.
That's an easy one to read.
Right, you can do that one.
14 FRS.
14 FRS. Tell us what that stands for. 14
I don't
FRS.
know that we want to know.
Fruit.
Fruit
Real-
rocket
we don't
science.
wanna know.
Yeah, okay. And the
Fruit
Starfall
real
Prophecy
sugary.
Deluxe Edition goes to
Telemortem.
Telemortem.
Congrats, sir.
Well done. Something. Yeah, anybody but me, says Red. No. Oh God, she's gonna kill me after this. Too bad. You took the green pill or something, and so you're on live streams now. That makes you ineligible for everything. All right, so now we're gonna give away that silver tier loyalty.
So now what you need to hope is that the first one goes to her,
To
and the
Ren.
second one goes to
Well, I
Ryan.
haven't said anything.
Luckily, he hasn't said anything in chat, and I don't think it'll pull her name up again. So,
Real quick, somebody was saying that they're not able to queue, and something might seem wrong considering how many people are in the queue. If you're having issues, just wait, and I'll be back after the stream.
yeah, okay. That'll be... And remember, this is still on public test server, and that's why we're still testing it. It's not quite ready to go prime time yet. All right, so, silver tier loyalty. I hope you guys are all super happy. I can see Ren pouting from here. Oh my goodness. Ow.
Thunder
Wow.
1, 77. Boom.
Thunder
Silver.
1, 77. Congratulations, dude. Now, special note about the giveaways this week. CM Morgana is still on PTO. You know what happens here? There are laws and stuff that require us to allow people to have PTO. I just don't get it. But anyway, so she will be back next Monday. That's when these awards will be given out. So do not panic if you do not get your cool stuff over the weekend. It's going to come out Monday. All right. Congratulations to everybody. Anything else you want to talk about here on the stream, or are we a wrap? We're at 4:48. That's not too bad. Thanks for hanging out, Cole. Really appreciate
I
that.
think that's good, unless there are any more specific LFR questions.
Any other LFR or Dungeon, or, geez, I almost said it, Dungeon Siege. Yes, Dungeon Siege. I'm known for saying that. I'm also known for posting December on the forums because I just can't progress. Anything else on Fortress Siege that we want to talk about?
Also, please go on to the forums and give me feedback if you don't do it here.
Keep in mind that the feedback is in the public tests shard section of the forums, not in the main part of the forums, because this is still on PTS. All right?
LFR and
Walk-
the walk-in do not have separate instance locks. There is no instance lock. It's just personal loot lock.
Correct.
Okay. And somebody says, will LFR give more or less loot?
I don't set that up, but to my knowledge, it should be identical.
So it's identical, yeah.
Okay.
And I actually absolutely believe that we will have a sheep siege and a goat siege.
Totally need a goat siege. I can provide you with documentary footage of goat
Yeah,
sieges.
I believe that's what I'm going to work on next.
And no, it's not a fainting goat. It is a Nigerian dwarf. Ali's buddy says, personal loot, is it daily or weekly?
That I don't have full knowledge of.
Don't know. Dragonkin says, is it every 4 hours including all shards, or every 4 hours per shard, meaning 2 could be up like regular zone events?
Yep. Second one.
Second one. So, every 4 hours per shard, meaning 2 could be up like regular zone events. There you go.
Someone asked, can I raid with my guild and then also raid with LFR? Yes.
Okay. Did they fail the raid in background?
Looks like it,
Looks
considering they're
kind
down to
of
8 people.
empty. Yeah, it's tough. It's not that easy.
It's a raid.
This is
Yeah.
not a pushover. Okay, guys, I think we're done here. Please provide your feedback on the public test shard forums. Really appreciate you being here. Remember to tune in next week for the combat balance stream. That's going to be an interesting one. All right. Thank you all. Bye.